All right, so the next thing that I had lined up, and this really just kind of, man, it just drives home the lack of energy on this show. Because there's a lack of creativity. The next thing that I've got is the conversation real quick around what would the next Xbox game be going over to PS5, because there's been some conversation about it. Some insiders and like leakers and stuff that have said that Xbox has their next game ready and prepared and should be announced possibly at Gamescom here on Tuesday, which shout out to Gamescom. Opening night live Tuesday, I think 1 o'clock our time. So I'm going to try to tune into that because I'll probably be driving back whenever it's going live.
Unfortunate news from this week. The first Descendants Season 1 trailer that was supposed to be like full reveal Season 1 of new content.
It got leaked, didn't it?
That was supposed to be revealed at Gamescom got leaked.
Hate that.
Got leaked, and they ended up just saying, screw it.
Just
released it themselves.
Yeah.
So the trailer is out there. So I don't know what they're going to show at Gamescom now.
That's unfortunate. Probably just re-show the trailer.
Maybe they had something else cooked up as well, but it's unfortunate.
Yeah. Gamescom opening night live though looks like it will have a pretty decent little lineup. I mean, it's going to have an interesting update on a lot of games. Yeah, obviously no new reveals or anything, I don't think, but it's going to have at least a solid update on a lot of stuff. You know, I know we already shout out last week that I know like Monster Hunter Wilds will get an update there, so that's cool. Black Ops.
Monster Hunter Wilds it's been great. They've been
all those separate videos.
They've been making posts of all the weapons and like overviews for weapons and kind of showing new attacks and stuff. It's been great.
Yeah, no,
I haven't watched them all yet, but I started watching them yesterday.
Yeah, and then we'll get whatever big trailer they'll put out at Gamescom. Man, I had a list earlier. I think it was from Jeff Keighley who put out the list of everything that's going to be there on opening night live, and it looks solid. Looking forward to it. Like I said, I'll watch it Tuesday whenever I'm driving back. But like I said, we should also potentially get a reveal at Gamescom of whatever Xbox's next game would be for the PlayStation 5. I don't know what it would be personally. So some heavy rumored ones is that Indiana Jones is going to be on PS5. The other one would be Forza Horizon 5. Those have had the most conversation because apparently with Indiana Jones, it's still coming out this year is apparently the word, even though there's no release date still. So maybe release date at Gamescom plus the reveal that, oh, it's on PS5 too. Here you go. But then Forza Horizon 5 has also had a lot of conversation that it's going to be the next game. And then I've seen other conversations around, of course, Starfield and Halo Infinite. We've talked about those before. Hellblade 2 and even Flight Simulator going to PS5. I've seen some conversation around Avowed and Elder Scrolls 6 further down the line, obviously. But, more current this year, that's everything that I've seen. That could be the next possibility.
I mean, honestly,
I guess the question I have for you is what makes the most sense in your brain? Because the ones they added all make sense, right? So what makes the most sense to you?
Of those, the one that makes the most sense would probably be Forza.
Yeah.
The one that they probably need to do is Indiana Jones.
I agree. I agree.
As much as much as like we said before, I'm out of that. I'm not excited for that. I'm out of that. I was last time we talked about it. I was like, are people excited for this? Because I'm just not in that sphere. I don't know.
We're not fans.
I don't. If that game only releases on Xbox, I do not think it's going to do well.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like the audience for that is small.
Right.
Nothing against the game itself. It looks fine.
Yeah.
But it's one that I think would get lost.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people would go out of their way to play it necessarily, because I guess they might, because it could have the same effect to a lesser degree that Hogwarts Legacy had. This is not me saying anything bad about Hogwarts Legacy, but if Hogwarts Legacy didn't have Harry Potter behind it, I don't think that game would have done well.
We're gonna die on this hill. People disagree with us every time I put this out there. I make a short about it. I make a TikTok about it. We always get disagreements. but we will die on this hill. We will die on that hill. That Harry Potter carries that game.
Yeah, because I mean, the one thing people talk about with that game is the vibe and the feeling. The vibe and the feeling is because it's Harry Potter.
Thank you.
Indiana Jones could have that to a degree, not the same degree at all.
Yeah. Not to the same level, but the same general idea.
Yeah, the same general idea where people will want to play an Indiana Jones game. I don't think that's going to carry it.
Yeah.
Unless it just comes out and it's a crazy good. Is it an action adventure game?
Yeah, something like that.
Action
adventure puzzle game.
Yeah.
I don't know what this game is.
Unless it's like crazy good for the genre, I don't see it being like a breakout hit that they might expect it to be. So if they were going to release a game on PS5 as well,
yeah, action adventure,
that would be the one that I would say this one needs it.
Yeah. I would say that one definitely makes the most sense because, like, one thing Steve said in chat, it's just like, you know, he doesn't think Forza would happen because of Gran Turismo, which that's fair.
That's the thing. It's like Forza, I would say just like that's more of I kind of wish it would because as big as it is, it would just grow.
Yeah,
like, it would just
keep getting bigger.
It would triple in size or like triple in players probably. And I mean that's just that many more PlayStation players out there, probably.
Yeah. Shane also said Uncharted will always be superior in that genre, which I agree. I don't see Indiana Jones touching, Uncharted.
I don't know we can say that yet.
I mean, yeah, we got to wait to see.
I believe that's probably true. I didn't want to say Uncharted at first.
Yeah.
Or I didn't want to compare it to it because the game's not out. Once the game comes out, I think we can fairly say that. That's why I was like, unless it comes out and it's crazy good for that genre, because based off trailers and that, I don't think it's fair to compare it to that. As much as we've been talking of Black Myth Wukong based on trailers for 4 years, but I wouldn't compare it to an established dominant member of the genre before it's come out.
Right. Yeah. No, in terms of like going over to PlayStation 5, like the next Xbox title to do so, I definitely think Indiana Jones is the one that would need it in terms of upcoming releases. In terms of releases that already happened, I feel like the one that could maybe get any form of boost to it might be Hellblade, because like Hellblade was reviewed really well, sure, but we know that didn't like hit incredible numbers.
The problem is they're gonna see the same pattern they saw with the original Hellblade, which is that game did not pop off in the beginning. That game, that's a slow burn game.
Yeah.
That is a slow burn hit. The problem is it's also like in Hellblade 2, like 6 hours,
something like that.
Yeah. That's gonna hurt it a bit for people. Like if they put that on another console. People are not going to appreciate having to pay full price for a 6-hour game.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Shane also said earlier, Gears, LMAO. I mean, hey, they tried that. It didn't work, but they tried it with Gears 1. Gears 1 was on the PlayStation 3. And then
that's unfair to compare to, though.
Yeah, I know. I think
that's like compared PS4 to Xbox One.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying they did try it, and then Xbox bought the IP. I think is what happened. Is why only the first Gears is on PS3. But they at least tried it. Oh man, he did make it. I didn't think you were gonna make it today.
That makes way more sense. I thought
say his name and he appears.
I legitimately thought your dogs were hitting the door and
breaking in,
and then it opened.
Yeah.
There is probably a split second of just pure shock and amazement on my face there.
I probably need to go see. I need to fix Zach's camera here. We had a power outage, so the cameras got a little fucked up because of that. But what's up, Zach? I didn't think I'd see you today.
I didn't know whether I would be here either.
Oh yeah, I got to turn you up.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah,
there we go.
And turn you on.
Well, I was on
in more than one way. All right, there we go. So you're on, so we can hear you. So that's great. How's it going, Zach?
It's all right.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you know what we were talking about?
Yes, because I clapped because of it.
Okay.
That's good. What's your thoughts on it?
I mean,
That's a face of someone going, I don't give a shit.
I really don't, because I'm in the same boat of I've never cared about Indiana Jones. I could give not a single shit about a new action adventure, especially since it's first person Indiana Jones.
Right.
All I know is he'll have a bullwhip. He'll probably punch a couple guys, specifically Russian people. No, actually, I think they are Nazis again this time. Never mind, not Russian people, Nazis. Yeah, it'll be a thing.
Yeah. But do you think it would be it'd probably be beneficial to throw that thing at multiplat?
Oh, most definitely.
Because that's kind of our opinion. Is like if Xbox is going to make some reveal at Gamescom of like a title going to play, I feel like Indiana Jones with a release date and going to PlayStation is probably a smart move. I can't think of any other like smaller scale Xbox games that could be moved over to, because obviously they moved 4 over and they were all like varying in scale. They moved over before. I can't think of any other games off the dome, like smaller ones that could potentially go.
Even discounting smaller ones, like if we were looking at, even though I would say it's low potential, you mentioned it, like Starfield.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they would do it yet.
Probably not.
I would say would eventually happen just because of the way Xbox has been talking and considering like what games like they move over in that. Starfield is one that, yeah, it's as much as it came out to an unresounding meh.
Facts.
If you put that game multiplat, people are gonna buy it just to play it.
And it'll be better received at this point just because Starfield has had several updates since its meh announcement.
That's why I think they're gonna wait a little while. They're gonna put like 2 or 3 more big DLC packs onto it with a bunch of quality of life updates, so that by the time it goes multiplat, it's a
the people who
game.
weren't on Xbox will go, why did they think this was bad?
Yeah, it'll come out and they'll go, man, what were these people talking about?
It's like, oh man, this is great. This is the best game I ever played. I don't know if I'd go that far, but you never know. But no, that.
I mean, you said that about Cyberpunk every day while it was a piece of shit.
Great game, just broken. I stand by that. Great game, it's just broken. They fixed it.
That's still one of my favorite games to have played on launch, just because of the fact that, like, you go online and it's videos, articles, everybody complaining,
and you and me didn't get a single
game
thing
on fire. It's all these bugs. Game doesn't work, and meanwhile, I'm like, this game's pretty fun. It's not fantastic, but it's pretty fun.
Yeah, game's great. Oh man, it crashed a lot for me. Like I said, it crashed during the credits, and I'm like, man, if that's not the cherry on top for my Cyberpunk experience, I don't know what was. But great game, just broken. Stand by it. All right, it's a great game. It was just incredibly broken. A broken game does not make a bad game. Okay, at least that's my opinion.
But a bad game's usually broken.
A bad game is usually broken. Yes. But a broken game is not always a bad game. It's a good game that can be fixed, like Cyberpunk or No Man's Sky, another example as well.